just took inventory. They are all here. Unfortunately, this box did kind of get destroyed in shipping. Looks like there are at least 3 damaged bricks that are pretty much completely destroyed, but good thing we have lots of extra ones. Let's get one that isn't damaged. There are only, I would say, 30 decks that are destroyed, so let's take out a good deck and do a first unboxing, and then I'm gonna go over everything I'm doing to ship all these out to you guys. We have thousands upon thousands of Rise stickers over there, all the packages, all the envelopes, and I'll show you my whole printing setup for the labels and everything right now. Trip number, I've lost count. I think 14 to the post office. 60-70% done. Coming to you. What's up, guys? Chandler here with Rise Magic, and just as promised, they finally came. Last week I was praying that they would arrive last Thursday, and they are here. 5,000 decks of Rise playing cards, some uncut sheets in the back. I'll show you all that. I have spent almost every waking moment since they arrived shipping these guys out to you. Some of you guys have probably already received your deck at this point. There are probably a ton of you guys who are gonna receive your decks today, the same day you're watching this video, and hundreds of you guys tomorrow. I've made so many trips to the post office. I think like 13 or 14 every time, bringing a couple hundred packages. Every waking moment since I received all these cards has been packing them up and shipping out to you guys, and I'll show you guys how I do that right now. It goes against everything I know to show you guys the studio like this, but I pulled an all-nighter packing last night. There are so many packages strewn about. Here's the thing, I probably look like I pulled an all-nighter too. This is gonna be my 4th trip to the post office today. I did 4 yesterday. I'm halfway through for the vlog here, halfway through, and I feel like I'm gonna be done by Thursday when this video goes live, hopefully. No, I will. You gotta believe in yourself. Now, what's actually crazy is that in the midst of all this shipping, I really haven't seen or played with them myself. See, the only deck of Rise playing cards that I've actually opened was those damaged ones that you saw. I wanted to open them and see how damaged they were.
Now that's a lot of damage!
But this is gonna be my first time opening up a deck of Rise playing cards that is completely unharmed and undamaged. I'll show you all the details that we had in mind when designing this deck. So there you have it, a brand new deck of Rise playing cards. As you can see, we got the Rise arrow mainly in the front, nice beautiful text, playing cards, and I really wanted to make a classic looking deck. Not really a minimal one, obviously there's some minimal elements in the circular design, but lots of classic decks like David Blaine split spades, gator backs, things like that, even normal bicycle cards have very intricate designs, and that's what I wanted to make our deck look like. As you can see, there is so much detail in the box. We also have a gold tear band on the cellophane. Costs an extra 10 cents per deck at USPC, but I figured it was worth it. On this side, you'll see it says first edition. And yes, that does mean there will be more Rise playing cards in the future. And they're already in the works. On the other side, you'll see it says Rise playing cards quite clearly. Now, as you'll notice, when it says Rise playing cards and you tilt, if you took a picture from that angle, you'd be able to see both these texts clearly and upright. However, if you just rotate the deck, you'll see that this first first edition is upside down. The reason being is because I wanted that text to be visible and right side up when looking at the back of the deck. So you're looking at the deck from this angle, you can see the back design while seeing the first edition. So you got this angle for photos and video, and then when you turn it over, you've got this angle. Very happy with how that turned out. As you can see, here's the back. It actually is a little bit different than our back design. That was intentional, just to add a little bit of suspense. make the box look even better. Now, to some of you guys on camera, this box might look like it's black, but it's actually a very, very, very dark navy, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Furthermore, we have the Rise Arrow seal, and the arrow on that is actually the same very, very dark navy as the box. Now, on the bottom of the deck, you will see that it says, manufactured by the United States Playing Card Company. Their address, Rise Playing Cards, first edition, produced by the Henry Brothers. 1 out of 5,000 made in the USA, rise-magic.com. And then we have this QR code right here, which you can scan and see where it takes you, or you can wait till you get your deck and scan it yourself. I don't know if you'll be able to scan it if you hit pause on the video because of the cellophane in the way, but I'll leave it up to you to see where that QR code takes you. Also, I did mention this in last week's video, but in case you didn't watch it, 1 out of 5,000 is actually not accurate, but that's not specific to our deck. Any deck that gives you a number, let's say it's 1 out of 2,500, none of those numbers are accurate. They're only accurate in a 10% upwards and downwards difference. So when I signed my contract to print 5,000 decks, United States Playing Card Company said, hey, we're going to be either 10% over 5,000 or 10% under. This is because when they mass produce the printing, they can't dial in an exact number of 5,000. They just have to run it and stop about that time and see where they were at. In our case, we ended up printing about 600 extra cards, which was really awesome. Not intentional, just the way printing cards works. So that number, if it were to be exactly accurate, would be 1 out of 1,585, I believe is the exact number, but I am not entirely sure on that. Obviously, some cards got damaged, but that's not just us. Any deck that you see that has a number, it is not going to be entirely accurate. Okay, now it's time to open them up. Now notice how I always struggle with taking out the cellophane. Of course, on Rise Playing Cards, it was perfectly easy. That's the way I designed it. Just kidding, that's pure chance. This is the first deck of cards I have opened that is not damaged. This is gonna be awesome. Now, when you're designing playing cards and working with the United States Playing Card Company, you get the option to have a seal or not a seal. Some of you guys have had decks that don't have seals. I knew that ours needed to have a seal because of what we do with popping open the seal. So you guys know how to do it. We press our nail in and stick the sticker to that side of the deck. Then all you need to do is just grab a spare playing card, stick it in. Before I do this, I gotta zoom out so you guys can get the full experience. All right, here we go. The first sniff of Rise Playing Cards. 3 years in the making. Got a good tear, gotta pop it, then go right for the sniff. Here we go.
He's crashing!
This is not working. I'm shocking.
I'll administer CPR, administer oxygen. Oxygen applied.
We gotta go now.
He's losing it!
That was intense, guys. That was intense. Oh, one more detail that I forgot. Hidden underneath the sticker, if you can see it, says Rise again, if you care to take off that sticker or not. Love the way that detail looks. All right, now let's take out the cards for the first time. And there you guys have it. I love the way these ended up. As you can see, they do look just like the prototype as intended. But if you were to take a quick side-by-side of this versus the prototype, here is a card from the prototype and here is a card from the final product. This one is the prototype, this is the final product. It might be difficult to see on video, but in person there's just a lot more detail in the final one. Very fine detail, and you'll be able to see that in some of the pips that I'm about to show you. So, first card you're gonna see is For Though I Fall, with this illustration of nighttime. And then, as soon as you take that card away, I Will Rise again with the same illustration, but in daytime. Those are the two jokers. I really, really love the way they turned out. These illustrations are based off of a very important Bible verse to me, Micah 7:8. You can look it up if you care to. Next, we have the Ace of Spades, where you can really see the immaculate detail that United States Playing Card Company puts into their printing. You see, if we zoom in, you can read that very, very fine print. This Ace of Spades is also the custom spades for all of the spades. So for example, if you look at the Six of Spades, you will see that same insignia with the rise arrow on the Six of Spades. Now you'll see the King of Spades. That's me. Grant and I had an artist mock up each other's faces. He's on the King of Hearts, which I'll show you right now. So that's what the custom spades look like. Then here's what the custom diamonds looks like with the immaculate detail. Once again, I'm just amazed by the detail that the United States Playing Card Company puts in these. For the clubs, we don't have any special faces on the clubs or diamonds. We just did hearts and spades. There's an example of what the club's insignia looks like, or pip to be more correct. And then there's Grant. Now here's the thing. I think the artist did nail my look in the King of Spades, but I will say this is Grant. Like, this is an 11 out of 10. That's Grant. Mine's a 10 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. I don't know. It's just, maybe it's a little hard to draw my face. I'm just uglier than Grant, but Grant fits so well on a playing card. And then once again, you can see the detail in that hearts is incredible. Besides that, there's one ad card in here that I am gonna leave a secret. It's on the other side of this. Those of you who are opening your decks yesterday, today, tomorrow, or in the coming days, this one, I'll leave up to you. And then our other card is just a double backer. Put this in here for you magic people. Now here's the thing, guys. I did not make this a marked deck. And the main reason I did that is because, one, I'm a professional performing magician. And honestly, I don't use marked decks that often. That doesn't mean it isn't a solid feature to have, but my main thing is I want you to be able to play cards with these cards. I want you to be able to have a game of poker with these cards, or for you to be able to play with friends. And if they were marked, you would not be able to do that. It would not have integrity when you play those games. And that was something that was very important to me, that the normal person could take these cards and play games with them without any ability to cheat. I love playing card games with my friends, and I wanted our first deck of cards to not be marked so that we could do that. However, that does not rule out marked cards in the future. I just wanted to make a deck of Rise playing cards that you could play games with. There really is immaculate detail on all the custom pips, and I can't wait till you guys can see them in person for yourself and just see the detail on this classic looking deck of cards. I am so happy with it. In fact, just take a look at this back design one more time. I know you guys have seen it. I will zoom in with the 4K, try and hold this as still as possible, so you can just see all of the immaculate detail in this deck. I am in love with it. I also really love the color, and I do think we accomplished our feat of making a classic deck. These are crushed stock on an air cushion finish, which means they should handle a lot like B playing cards, which are some of my favorite handling decks. Obviously, right out of the box, they flourish great. Fan great, as any United States Playing Card Company is. But I think when you're handling your own designed deck of cards with your face on it, everything is just gonna feel a lot better. This has been a dream for so long, guys. And it's one thing to have the prototype. It's another thing to have over 5,000 decks of cards in your room ready to ship out to everybody. I mean, there's a lot less than 5,000 now, but it is just an incredible feeling right now. Did a successful phase with my face as the center rotating packet. That's a good feeling. But yeah, obviously these cards handle amazing, and that's not just me being biased and saying that because it's my deck. Obviously, all United States Playing Card Company cards are going to handle amazing, but man, these ones feel great, and I'm sure when you guys unpack them, you'll feel the same. Very, very crisp, clacky, clicky cards, all for the great sounds of cardistry ASMR. I'm gonna have to make another one with these cards now that I have the official real handling version. Let's try it under pressure. Smooth. Switch sides. Oh my goodness, guys, these riffle fans so well. Oh my goodness. Now, that's one thing, maybe that's just the luck of the draw, because I don't know what I could have done to make these riffle fans so well, but some decks just don't riffle fan well. But these, on my first go, backs out, just work so well. Like, what the heck? That's got me hyped up. I'm gonna have all the awesome cinematic shots once I get time to really play with this deck and make a cool video. That's kind of like the trailer once I'm done shipping all these out. Speaking of which, I should probably get back to that, but this is my first time playing with them, guys. I'm serious, this is really my first time. Really gotta break these in, but I am really in love with the way they feel. It's Grant, and then it's me. That was not clean at all, I apologize. Just had to do it. I gotta get back to shipping, so let's put these back in the box. There you have it. Rise playing cards. They're actually real. All right, don't judge me. This is probably the most rusty I've ever been with cards in a long, long time. I haven't practiced really at all for the past 2 or 3 weeks because I've been so busy shipping all this stuff out. I've handled thousands of decks of cards, of Rise playing cards, but I haven't really used them. So learn something new with your deck of Rise playing cards, and do keep in mind when you receive yours. I'm not gonna put a date on this collaboration yet because I wanna make sure everyone who ordered their cards gets them first, but I am planning on doing a video where if you submit a video of yourself doing cardistry or a magic trick with the Rise playing cards, I am going to have a place where you guys can all put those videos, and I am going to edit them in this mega collaboration montage and post it on the channel so you can get featured on the channel. So stay tuned for that. If you got Rise playing cards, you can get featured on the channel, and there's a strong chance. In fact, I'm gonna try my best to include everybody. All right, anyway, guys, I had to take, a 30-minute break from packing to make this video and film it. So I'm gonna get back to all that now, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.